All right, guys, it's here. I hear the music. Here, let me turn it up. You guys hear that? That famous Halo operatic music never gets old. What's going on, everybody? It's McFly here. So I was able to get an invite to the Halo Infinite technical preview last weekend. My initial reactions are that it's a super fun game and they added some cool new features to the multiplayer. It's great seeing a new Halo game in general. I haven't been able to play a new Halo game in, 4 or 5 years now. So I'm super stoked that they're finally releasing a Halo game and it's long awaited. I wanted to discuss a little bit my opinions on the technical preview. Now, this was only of the multiplayer. We didn't get a preview of the campaign yet. I'm assuming we will. And again, this is also only round 1 of 2 of the multiplayer preview. I really liked some of the things they added to this. The grapple hook is super cool. You can actually attach it to players, grapple to them and shoot them. The Warhammer is cool. A lot of the weapons that they added. They still got the battle rifle, which is everybody's favorite in this. Some cool new maps that I really enjoyed. So all of that is great. I think the best improvement that they made on this game was the movement in general is super improved. I found it real easy to get used to the movement. Getting around the map was easy. The jumping, sliding, all of that stuff was super easy to get accustomed to. So I really do like the improvement on the movement. The aiming mechanics is a little bit better in this game compared to the last Halos. I think while a lot of people liked that it was difficult to aim, it kind of made it more fulfilling when you got kills. I think they wanted to kind of cater this game a little bit more to the casual gamers. You can see that how you want. It's easier to aim, takes a little bit longer to kill, so they made it easier to aim, heighten the TTK, so kind of evens that out a little bit. They have all the regular weapons and stuff. So all in all, I really enjoyed the technical preview. I think it's going to be a fun game to play. The downside is that I honestly don't see any reason why this is going to be amazing. And I know it's only the multiplayer technical preview and who knows about the campaign, but I don't think there's been a great Halo multiplayer since Halo 2. I think Halo 5 was a step up from 3 and 4. I don't see this being a huge improvement from 5 either. So I think it'll be fun to play for a little bit. I think the popularity of it and the overall drive to continue playing the multiplayer after a month or so, I don't know if it's going to be entertaining enough for people to keep playing it unless you're a diehard Halo fan, which there's a lot of them out there. Totally get that. Right now, as it stands, is what we've seen. I know it's only essentially like an alpha phase for the multiplayer, but I don't see anything, in my opinion, that's going to kind of make this the next game that everybody's going to be playing. I think for the first month or two, it will be the most played game and it'll be the most streamed game and all that stuff. I just don't think moving on after that, it's going to be super popular. That's just my opinion, but just from what I've seen from it, I'd much rather go back and play Halo 2, honestly, now in 2021, than play this multiplayer over and over again. It's fun now because it's new and you're learning new things and getting used to all the mechanics stuff. That's always fun, but once you get used to it and there's nothing new anymore, I think people will start to die off. Now, I go into depth in another video that's going to come out after this one about how to retain that newer audience, and I honestly think adding another game mode to this game is going to help that. Now, I'm not necessarily saying a battle royale, but I think some other type of game mode. I know they have like King of the Hill and some of the other ones and stuff like that, and I also think that honestly the younger crowd is going to be confused and think that this is a knockoff of Splitgate. While I was playing the technical preview, I already heard people in the game chat talking about how this is just a knockoff of Splitgate. Now, say what you want about that and it be just being uneducated youngsters, but that is the world that we live in now. Splitgate came out first, and we all know, as diehard Halo fans know, that it's a hard knockoff of Portal and Halo. The unfortunate part of that is not everybody does know that, and there's a lot of people that are going to be out there that think that this is a knockoff of Splitgate, and they will just go and play Splitgate. So there needs to be something to differentiate this game from that, and right now, besides the cool throwback weapons and stuff for Halo that makes Halo great, there really isn't anything that differentiates it. So this is something that we kind of have to deal with right now with this multiplayer with what we have now. Again, they could be giving us the bare minimum to test with just to see how, server latency is and, wait times and stuff like that. It could just be literally testing those things. So we don't know everything that's going to be coming out. But as of right now, that what I've seen, this is what I think is going to happen. Now, whether it's a battle royale, whether it's an arena type of thing like Apex did, doing a kind of a Valorant type of game mode. I don't know what it would be to kind of help give this game some more oomph for the younger crowds, but I honestly think it needs to do something like that. It's 2021. I think the last one came out in 2016. A lot has changed since then. We have battle royales are extremely popular right now. They are. I'm not necessarily saying that that's what it needs or that it should do that, but it needs to do something like that to give all demographics a chance to like this game. And I think that's what the crux of this game is going to be, is that it's not going to be able to, if it's just campaign and multiplayer like all of the other Halos we're going to run into that problem with this game. So enough about that. I do want to get into the nitty-gritty. So the movement in this game is awesome. I played on keyboard and mouse. In the next technical preview, I'm going to do a little bit of keyboard and mouse and controller, just because Halo, I grew up playing on controller. But the movement was awesome. It was really easy. I do like the flow. I know in the last couple Halos, it was very janky movement. A lot of stutter steps and just, I don't know if it was the frame rate or what, but the movement wasn't smooth. They smoothed out the movement very well in this game. And they made it so that it's easy to get around. It's just overall smoother. The reaction time to your movements are better. And I think that's just the game's getting better over time. The aiming was much better in this game. Just the gun mechanics in general were much better. I know that ADSing in Halo essentially has been hit or miss sometimes, literally. They've made it a little bit easier, and they've also made hip firing a little bit easier in this game. But they made the time to kill a little bit higher. So it's essentially evening that out in a way that makes it better for both sides, right? There's a lot of people that wanted higher TTK, didn't care about the aiming. There's a lot of people that wanted better aiming, don't care about the TTK. So to even that out and make both sides happy, because they made the TTK higher and they made the aiming a little bit easier. Obviously, they've added new maps. I think everything in the technical preview was a new map except for one, and I don't remember the name of it, but I think that one was from Halo 3. They gave us a few new maps, which is dope. There wasn't any vehicles in any of the maps that they gave us yet that we could use. So I'm hoping in the next phase, they will give us some cool vehicles to use. There's already a game pass. You get to customize player, guns, etc. Just like all the other multiplayer games. So nothing kind of spectacular there, but really, really cool things that they've brought to this game. All in all, I'd give this, if I were to rate this from 1 to 5, I'd say it's like a 3.5, maybe a 4 out of 5. I think 4 is high though. I want it to wow me, and it didn't wow me. With all of the hype that Halo fans are giving this game, it's going to be so fun to finally have a good game coming out. I'm unimpressed, to say the least. I think it's solid. The server latency was a little janky. The load times are atrocious. Almost 2 minutes to get into a match. Again, this is a technical preview. They're probably testing those things, so they'll fix that. Again, a lot of good things, a lot of bad things. I think in general, it's just another Halo game. I think a lot of these companies like, Activision does it with Call of Duty, and Halo's been doing it for a few years now, a few iterations of Halo, where they just put out the same old stuff with little cool additions here and there, hoping that that's enough. And it ends up being enough. They make a lot of money on it, but it's 2021 now, and there's a lot of us that want super cool new content, and it's just not happening. So I'll say I enjoyed the multiplayer, but I also felt a little bit let down. That's my take on. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I really appreciate you guys. Go ahead and leave a comment what you think, if you saw a streamer play it, if you saw me play it, if you had fun playing it yourself. Let me know in the comments what you think. I am excited for this game. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely probably going to buy it when it comes out. I will play it. For how long, I don't know. It depends on what else I add to the game. At the very least, I want to play the campaign. I want to see how good the campaign is. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much, FluxSam. And remember, good vibes are contagious.